In this video, I want to tell you a little bit about My Route app, what it is, some of the functionality around it, and also the ways to navigate around the screen to be able to use it to its full potential. So what is My Route app? Well, My Route app is an online application. It's a really powerful route planning tool. It is based in the cloud, which means that you'll have to have a live internet connection in order to access this and use it, but it does mean that it's usable across platforms and also anywhere where you might be with a live internet connection. It's very powerful. As I said, there's a basic version which is free and open to anyone and has the basic tools, so you'll be able to look at someone's route and make some changes to that. But if you're serious about your route planning, particularly as a run leader or something along those lines, what you'll want the gold version, which is a paid for version, which opens up all the extra functionality of the different mapping algorithms, the map overlays, and some of the powerful features for helping you refine your route to get the perfect one. So when you first open up My Route app in a browser, this is the screen that you will get, and you'll see that there's a register and login button and also a trial button there, which will take you to the registration screen. So you get the full gold functionality for a free 14-day trial, and I highly recommend the gold functionality. And once you have decided to do that, you can go in and buy a subscription to it. At the moment, the subscription is around about €40 for a year's subscription, or €300 for a lifetime gold subscription. Now, for those of you in the club using this, we have negotiated a group discount, and if you go into Groups.io and go on to the main club page, and if you click down onto Files and then look at My Route app and then open the My Route app TVAM discount, you'll see the instructions for negotiating a 30% discount for My Route app, which makes it really, really affordable. So when you first go into My Route app, this is the screen that you're presented with. You'll see you've got some tabs across the top here, a secondary line of tabs. On the left here, you've got some menus, so a friends menu where you can invite and add friends, a groups menu where you can create a group or you can join particular groups that have been set up. This is all very much part of the added community assets of My Route app, and a section for events where you can create an event or join an event that someone else has set up. In the middle, you'll have the introduction, the latest things that the My Route app developers want to present to you. And on the right, you'll have a list of recent uploads of routes by your friends. So any of your friends over here, recent things that they've uploaded and have made either available publicly or to their friends will show on the list here. So let's start at this top here. Profile speaks for itself. That will give you your profile on there, and you can edit your profile with this button over here. Activities will show you the latest activities. So if you click on use your location, and it doesn't do it down to a regional basis. As far as I can see, it's only on a countrywide basis. So here in the United Kingdom, it's showing the amount of routes, the amount of track logs, groups, the number of users in the UK, and then also a number of recent moments that MRA users will have uploaded. Click on activity feed, and what this will do is it will show you recent activities that My Route app users across the world have uploaded. So you can see 21st of February, it was one from a Dutch gentleman here, another one with a short blast up around the Manchester Wigan area by someone. You can pick and choose from those. Click on forum, it will open another tab, And this is pretty self-explanatory. This is the official forum for My Route app, and it's a great place for getting information, asking questions through things. Support takes you to the main My Route app support page, which will give you their knowledge base, the manuals, the frequently asked questions, a number of video courses for you to work through. Also on the solutions tab. Then if you click on the webinar room, this is a list of webinars that have been produced by the My Route app developers. And again, you can order that by latest, for example. And these are quite useful. These will show you and give you loads of different tips. Lastly, you've got the shop, which is to buy a subscription. You can search people, groups and events. You've got a notifications tab, and you also, if you click on your own account, these are the standard settings that you want to change on your account. What is particularly interesting is roadmap. MRA is a constantly evolving product, and what they've got here is a roadmap of their development. And it'll show you what they're currently working on, what they finish, what they're aiming to do. So if there's something that you desperately wish MRA had, have a look here first. But the current one at the moment, they're working on a new round tour generator, a new shop and a new payment system. And they've recently finished updates to the stop and via waypoints, improved adding new waypoints in between on your route, and adding timed waypoints. So you can see that it's a ever evolving application. So if we move down onto the second tier of things, these are the ones you'll be using more often. If you click on library, what this will take you to is it will take you to a global library of approved routes by My Route app. So you can see it's countrywide throughout here, and if you scroll in on the UK here, you'll see there are a number of routes that have been approved by My Route app, and these are routes that have been made sure that that all the waypoints are in the correct place. They've got interesting visits, places to stop, cafes, all those various bits and pieces. For example, if I click on one here, let's have a look here. Click on this one, you'll see that's a great route for going down the coast, northern coast of Cornwall. And on any of these, you can click on view route details, which if you do will open up a new window, and you can see there's a whole load of waypoints. There's some interesting, there's parking places that's been put in. It really is a kind of plug and play. You want to do this, you can use someone else's route. Routes, if you click on that, will take you to your own route library. And this is My Route library here, and you can see that there are a load of different things you can do. I've got loads and loads of routes, some of which are just open like that, others I've put together into a folder structure. And what you're able to do is you can organize the way your routes show up here by clicking on any of these ones. So for example, if I want them alphabetically, I click on name, all the A's will start to go through. If I want to click on privacy, it'll show me all my ones that are private to start with. Likewise, if I was to click it the other way, it'll show me any ones that are public. You can organize them by when they were last changed, when you last edited them, by the distance. You can see longest route here, Land's End to John O'Groats, over 1,000 miles, all the way through down to 30 odd miles. Or likewise, you can change them by duration, which will show down here. Now you'll see if I go through, you'll get some routes where you put some quite long ones in and it cuts things off. The one thing you can't currently do is you cannot drag and change the column width of these. So the only workaround that I've got on that is if you click on this button over here, which will minimize the left hand menu pane, you can see it will then open up and give you much more to see your route description on there. Very easy. Click on new. You can add a new folder, a new route, a new upload of route. And each route itself has a number of different options. You can lock the waypoints for editing. So therefore you can't accidentally move your waypoints. You can easily duplicate the route, and it will ask you where you want to place that. If you click in this button here, this will allow you to rename your route very quickly. This button will allow you to delete your route. If you click on that, it will say, are you sure? You cannot recover routes once they've been deleted. And then the final three dots gives you a few extra options. So it will bring up your route, and again you can edit the name here. You can change the privacy of your route from private to friends to public. It will show you whether it's driving, cycling, on foot, what country it's in, when it was last changed, all the various bits and pieces. And again, here are some extra actions that you can go from this page just as you would from over here. So that gives you a very quick run round of what happens from your routes. Likewise, there is a track logs button. This is particularly useful if your sat-nav you have set up to record the tracks of what you actually do ride. You can take those off your sat-nav and upload them in to be able to see your track log of where you actually have ridden. So for example, here's where I did a trip to Wales in September of 2019, and there shows my actual track log of everywhere that I rode on that particular trip. Upload, I've already mentioned this, but it allows you the option to upload your routes. So for example, if you get a route from somewhere else on the internet, these are all the supported file formats. Likewise, you can upload as a route track, you can upload a track log, and you can also upload points of interest. The next button is the round tour generator. And this is something that allows you to start off and create a round tour route very, very quickly. So the first thing you would do is have a look and decide where you're going to start from. So let's go down and see if we can find, here we are, let's say starting from Blackbush Airport. And then let's say I want to add a 100-mile round tour. You can see if I start to scroll out here now, will show the 100-mile radius. I can change what I want the hilliness to be, how winding I want to be. Keeping it on average seems pretty good. And then here you can decide which direction you want your tour to go. So from here, if I wanted to go out west, I will turn it round to there. If I wanted to go south, I'd go that way. You get the gist. So let's go kind of westish. I click on generate round tour. And you can see very simply it will open up with a great route for you to start with. This is often a great option to give you some ideas of where to start a route and pick out some particular roads. Click at the bottom if you want to use that route track, or cancel on there. And then the final button here is new route, which you will click to start a new route. And we'll talk about that in a bit more detail in another video. So there's a quick run through of what My Route app is and how to navigate the number of different tabs and options around the screen to get the best out of it.